Okay, so I'm just giving a minute for people to find me. We had a link for this. This is the angel message from the Angel of Purpose. Akasha here, Nan Akasha, hi. And so I'm just giving a moment for us to, for people to get the notification that I'm live and to be able to find us here. So hello. Hi, V. Good. I'm glad you found us. The original link that we created for this failed when Chris tried to get me on, I don't know, 10 minutes before the hour. And so we're going to do it here. And the good part is it's all recorded. So we'll have a moment. I'm just feeling I was activating. So beforehand, so this is the angel message from the Angel of Purpose. And so before I do a class, a live stream, a private session with a client, a soul reading, whatever it is, a writing, creating a product, an audio, I always activate my light body. I cleanse and clear. I sometimes use smudge or incense, but I do a lot of energy work and I create the space. Space is very important to me. So I get very deep before I start these, and sometimes coming back into my practical little mind and saying welcome and doing techie things to make things go, or my partner doing it, helping me for it, is weird, right? It's that walking in two worlds stuff. Oh, thank you, Chris. Okay, thank you, baby. Thanks for everything, all your help. I'm glad you guys can hear me. All right, so we have, oh, there was no title, so it took my angel message. Oh, I will channel. Strange. All right, I'm having a problem here. Okay, so what we've got is already we're here in this cocoon, this angelic cocoon. And we have the great show earlier. I'm so grateful for all you share with us. Oh, thanks, Vivi. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you were on. It was wonderful, wasn't it? I'm really enjoying. I'm doing a series. If you're not aware, they're right here on YouTube, and it's called It's My Bliss Life Global Healing Series, and it's called Awaken Your Intuitive Gifts. And we've had some amazing and interesting guests on, processes, Q&As. We had a crystal bowl healing reading, and today Tracy L. Clark did a phenomenal energy healing. As a matter of fact, earlier my heart was racing afterwards, which is okay. It's not a bad thing, as things are recalibrating. So good to see you, Colette. It was awesome. It was. Hi, Sandra. It really was. I'm so enjoyed it. So okay. Sorry, I have all of a sudden a lot of things are moving. So energy wise, it's interesting, isn't it? Earlier I did this interview with Tracy. We went, I think, an hour and a half, and we usually go around an hour, but it was awesome. And then at 11:11 she started the healing. So I think one of you noticed it. I noticed in the chat later when I looked at it. But yeah, I looked down at my watch, my clock, my phone, whatever, and I was like, oh wow, it's 11:11. So I had an adjustment and a healing this morning. It's very good. So I was calling in before we started. Chris was trying to figure out the techie part of it. We're inside of a sphere of white feathers. That's how I perceive it energetically. So I want you to connect to that. And that sphere is what's been created by the angelic realms for us in our Angels of Abundance class. So today's the last day to get the sale price. Of course, you can join anytime, and it will be available on audio and video recordings later. But the fun thing about coming live is you get to Q&A. You get to ask, share. I get to help you process, decipher, whatever. It's quite wonderful. It's that to me is it's as powerful, right, as what happens, but you're going to get things like, so today, what came through in the first class was the guardian angel and ways that we connect. And we created this, well, this has been forming for a couple of weeks, maybe 3, this sphere. So then within that, they've created for us, I would call it a diamond or a crystal temple or chamber. It basically looks like a diamond, a classic cut diamond for a ring, flat on top, then a slanted slope where the facets are, right? And then it turns and it goes down to a point, okay? And like 2 of those face to face like this, so the points are going up and down. And it is not seen. Sometimes it looks like sparkles in the air, just enough to see the air sort of shimmer, maybe. Shimmer is a good word, how I perceive it right now. Now that's going to change with every class. So every message or every meditation or every meditation activation you do or every process that you do that you learn from me or one of my speakers or from whoever, right? Every time you do that, you're changing again, right? You're changing. So the fun thing about doing these is we're creating a sacred space. It's in the ethers, but every time we create it and the more people who go in and experience it and create it, you change your relationship to it. So it becomes more tangible, becomes more real. This is how we manifest. We start with nothing. I never thought of that. And then 7 nights in a row, you go into the bedroom where your husband this is my ex-husband, sleeping, but with the TV on because that's the way he liked to sleep. And I saw the same infomercial for 7 nights in a row. I was told infomercials are not good. So when I was a kid, so I just laughed at it. But each day, it basically showed me a section of it in the 10 minutes or so I was in the room. So I ended up seeing it all, and it did lead me on my path. I ended up buying it, and I got into real estate investing, which I did for almost 10 years, and was epically successful. And then with my divorce, all fell apart too. But it was one of my favorite businesses I've ever had, and it was massive spiritual growth, massive pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So intuition can come in many ways, and what we found out from the guardian angel class was that this angel class, it's called Angels of Abundance, or any connection you have with the angelic realms right now is being accelerated. So we were talking on the show that we're in an acceleration, and we are. You know, things change very quickly, and sometimes the pains comes really quick, and then the next hurdle comes again, and you're like, why? Because you're moving fast and you're going through a lot of stuff. You're letting it go. You're seeing what's in the way, whatever's coming up like this, because you're moving towards your purpose. And so the angelic realms, the relationship that I have with them has already changed in the last few months, because so many of my clients are having angelic presences come in, be part of their healing. But it was more than that. It was like such a strong connection was happening. And then I started getting visitations and seeing things and so on. So the Angels of Abundance was born, and it was really a request that I didn't know that I wanted to do, because I'm like, well, I don't know a lot about the classic angels, and I've worked with Archangel Michael, and I've worked with Metatron, and I've called in the angelic realms daily for, I don't know, almost 20 years, I think. But it's not, I thought, well, I don't have a religious upbringing, or I'm not like some people who talk to angels all the time. And it was like, just be who you're meant to be. So who I'm meant to be is to bring expansion. I'm a Sagittarius. That's Jupiter. If you know anything about Jupiter, which is right now going into Pisces, that's expansion. It's good fortune. It's this feeling of freedom and openness, which I need to have all the time. And so abundance is more. Abundance is freedom and openness. It's understanding there's vast possibilities, that there's other layers of you, layers that can heal yourself and your body, right? Layers that can heal your past, that can free you from past contracts or vows or beliefs or systems or thoughts. And these are all energetic patterns that I see in your body and your mind, and layers of your light body, because you're enormous. And so It's fun because I showed up and said, okay, I have no preconceived idea of how we're going to experience the angels. And I just let it come through. Went on a trip, 3-day trip with my honey bunny to Campeche in the Yucatan here, and fell in love with this town. And there's this enormous Mayan angel statue and wings you could stand in front of. And everywhere I went in town, I would sit down to have a coffee and realize I was looking down a road that went all the way down and framed this angel. And there was just so many different things, dreams and visitations and messages and symbols and feathers and fluffy things. And it just, the way intuition comes, right? And we receive information all the time, and we're aware of a very minute amount of it. So the angels want to change that. And what they were showing me in the last few weeks as the class was coming together, and this week as we had our first class. So if you join, you get to instantly do the first class, and then come live the rest of the time. And if you can't come live, it's okay. I get that question a lot. They go, well, if I can't come live, I guess I shouldn't join. No, it's being designed as a course for you to repeat. So every time you feel like you want another journey with your guardian angel, you go put on that audio or that video and you go have a meditative journey, or you have a healing. There's going to be a healing with your angels, and you're going to meet. So this coming week, we're meeting our angel of prosperity and purpose. And it was fascinating to me because they asked to be put together, purpose and prosperity. And over the 3 weeks, the space started to create. Like some days I would see this shimmer, right? And I would see and I'd be like, well, what is that? And then I would have the angelic touch, right? So we received an envelope from the angels, and this is how they're going to be communicating with us. It was fascinating, amazing. We received a cleansing with wings. It was like white wings were going all the way down our pillar of light, all the way through our entire energy body, every part of you, your mind, your emotions, your aura, your physical body, and so on. These wings were just going like this, back and forth. And they were doing this, gently cleansing our energy field. And I felt renewed and light. I want to say scrubbed clean, but I didn't have that feeling that I'd been scrubbed, because everything was so gentle and so loving and so light. So if you come to the Angels of Abundance class, you're going to immediately get that journey. And then I am going to be creating standalone versions of good recordings with music, of creating Archangel Michael's Temple of Light, Castle of Light, I think it may be called, because those terms keep coming. So Archangel Michael came in, and I did a message from him the other day, and then the class, and he is the overarching energy for this class. Now, it's important that you don't think about just like what you know in history, because that's part of what's happening. Is the angelic realms want us to understand them at a personal level and let go of mythology and history and all these concepts. They're messengers, right? They've come and gone. The rock stars, the archangels, like Michael, they work with a lot of people because they're bigger and stronger. But what they represent is guidance, protection, and love, pure love, unconditional love. So the space is holding that, and I've started to feel that in different ways. And then this feather cocoon, it's like a sphere, but I call it a cocoon. It's not really cocoon shaped that way. And this feather cleanse, and it was so gentle that you felt like they were just gently removing the top layer of dust, right, of whatever it is that you don't need anymore, whatever energies are keeping you from communicating with them, from raising your vibration, because everything is vibration and frequency. You've got to raise your vibration. If you look at the scale, which is in the shop.anakasha.com, you will find that you have to accept right? And then you free, you forgive, you transcend, you come into harmony. And so when you can accept this, and you have all these heavy energies. So if you're carrying guilt or shame or failure or lack or not enoughness or feelings that you were betrayed or distressed or depressed, or if you're feeling craving, like you're unfulfilled, you just try and it never happens, or disconnected or dissonance, one of my clients said recently, and any of these lower states, if you look at the scale, you're going to be able to go, oh yeah, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling enslaved, I'm feeling trapped, I'm feeling stuck, I'm feeling like I'm never going to get my my proper life path or purpose or guidance or prosperity or soulmate or health or whatever, right? And these are all the things that are falling apart right now. These are the things that are becoming transparent to us, that we can no longer live with our truth, our spiritual self, our purpose, and our talents and our true strengths hidden away. We can no longer deny that we want something different. Really, there's a part of us that yearns to go back. I don't, but I know most people do, to go back to the way it was before the pandemic or before something else. And yet, what you really want is just to focus on the falling apart, the breakdown, the breakthrough, allow it to fall, and then be inside of you. Be cocooned with the angels. This pure unconditional love is something that we don't know. I've had moments where I've been taken out of my body left my body, and I went into, I guess I would call it the angelic realm. It was all bright white light, and I felt encased in wings, not closed, but just out here, and that there was a very strong presence behind me, and it was holding me and was very concrete, but I couldn't see anything else. I didn't receive any other messages. And this was my first hypnosis experience. And it was so profound because I felt my body expand. I felt myself flow up. I looked at everyone in the room, and I saw myself leaving the building, and I saw the building. It was like really classic. Not everybody has that. It doesn't have to happen that way. But that now what they showed us in the class is that in this space, we can create a vacuum. And in that vacuum, you will feel our love. You're going to start to feel it more every day. You're going to remember that it's there. You're going to relax and trust. So a big message was trust, 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 trust. When we trust the angels, it's like a part of ourselves comes back online. And they live at a frequency that is higher than ours, higher than the earth. So you have nature spirits, you have animal kingdom, elementals, all of those things, water, air, dirt, volcano, insects, animals, right? People, but mostly we're talking about the earth elements, the crystals, and the nature spirits that go along with those, the essences, the elementals. And those are the closest to us vibrationally. So when you are expanding your intuition, you're going to first have really just feel good around a particular flower or in a forest or in a lake or with a particular crystal or something like that. Then the angelic realms. So they showed that if you're at the center and you expand out in every direction, like you're the earth, and you look at it, and then you have the earth around you and all the things that are here with us. And then there's a layer of electromagnetic field that's like us, that's our aura is an electromagnetic field that can be measured and photographed now because we put off a lot of electromagnetic energy. And it is based on, your body functioning, but that's based on your beliefs and your thoughts. So then you have these other layers of you. So all of that stuff, your finances, your environment, your house, those are all the first easiest things. So if your body's talking to you, listen to it. If your environment is speaking to you, if it's flooding and talking in that way or whatever's happening, you just listen and tune to that. And then the angelic realms are there. So they're not that far away, but they're higher in consciousness. They're higher in state enough. Again, if you look at the scale, you look up, you'll see you go up to, peace and bliss, and then you're in enlightenment, and then the scale stops. What doesn't mean that that's the last level of consciousness or state you can go to. You can go way beyond that. I've been way beyond that for many, many years. Most of the time, many of my clients in my Light Body School, we always test ourselves on the scale at the beginning beginning of a process or a healing or the class. They've learned to do that in their life. Test yourself. Where am I on the scale today? Test yourself at the end of the day or at different points of the day if you feel yourself your energy going off. And then you can say, what was that triggered me? And you can start to become conscious. Here's the thing. You have to ask the angelic realms in whatever way that feels good to you. You need to invite them in. Then you need to give yourself permission to allow the connection, the clarity to come. So they were saying we're so close, and they chose us. This was more information that came in. And so when you have a guardian angel, I've seen in all my Meet Your Guardian Angel sessions and with my other clients who just do work with me on a regular basis, if the angelic realms are working with them, you have many of them, even guardian angels or power angels. And they come forward to be really present, and then they go step into the background. They're always there with you. They chose you, they adore you, they love you, they accept you the way you are. And what they want the most is for you to feel the love, feel the protection, and trust that you can move forward on your purpose. So all of this is to let you relax so you can let go of what everyone else thinks and attune to who you are, your purpose. All right. So I've been seeking that particular topic a long time. Purpose, right? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? Where do I have the opportunities, the wonderful clients, the people, the beautiful places, the sanctuaries, the energies that feed me and open me and give me experiences. So I'm addicted to sacred spaces. I live in the Yucatan. I'm surrounded by pyramids. I could go to many, many different pyramids in less than a half hour to an hour from my house. I go to them regularly. I'm on the beach. I have flamingos in a lagoon. There's a salt farm. All of these energies, they feed me. So that's why I found it, and that's why I'm staying here. So whatever the energies are that feed you, they're speaking to you. That's part of your purpose. Maybe it's just like these. I talk to them. I do healing with them. They cleanse and clear with me. Citrine will keep you clear and help you not go down into negative spaces. When you're able to maintain your frequency higher, you feel the love more, you feel the protection more, you trust more, then that you can attune more to your purpose. Now, your purpose is being you, and being you is a puzzle, and being you there's many pieces to it, right? There's so many pieces to who you are, and there's so many things. So what I saw the first time I did a belief class, I'd been doing hypnosis work, shamanic work, energy work, healing work, frequency work for a long time, and my visuals were really starting to awaken. And what I saw was that we are multiple layers, and excuse me, and we have multiple ways of having a belief. So it could come in our DNA from our physical body's ancestry. And I'm adopted, so I don't know my family. I was told that they were German, Scotch, Irish, and other than that, nobody knows anything about them. So I don't know. Nobody's told me like, oh, Aunt Louise has heart disease, so you're going to get heart disease. I don't have any idea. I literally, anytime I did go to the doctor, which has been a long time, but they would say, do you have any history of diseases? I'm like, I don't know. And they look at you weird. I'm like, I'm adopted. I have no clue. I don't have medical records. My children are adopted, but I have their medical records. So, and I know their mother. So that's an easy one for that to, communication. But it also gives me freedom. Right? So why was I talking about so when I could see that we have these layers and that we bring also beliefs in from our soul level, we choose them. We literally say, okay, I want to bring this fear of speaking up because so many lifetimes and so many experiences we've embedded fear around speaking up because something bad happened, right? Cut off throat, criticized, outcast, lost your fortune, burned at the stake, whatever. There's a bazillion ones, but everybody has that, right? Or let's bring in this lack of self-esteem. Let's bring in the people pleaser. These are some of my patterns that I had. So you choose those very intentionally, and you choose to bring certain talents in, and you choose to bring certain fears in, and you choose to bring certain goals in. Some people have a goal for wealth, and some people have a goal for fame, and it doesn't sound very soul-like, but if you become Oprah, now you have a reach and you can spread a positive message. And I don't watch Oprah, but back in the day, I remember when she flipped to doing positive shows and giving people stuff, and then she got into spirituality. So you could see that her sole goal of fame drove her towards her purpose, which was to be reach a wide audience. When you see people who are able, even for a short period of time or for a sustained period of time, like some people are able to do, have an impact on a very wide globally, right? You know, like a musician or a movie star, like these can reach people at a broad level. People like that, you can see that fame or that wealth or whatever it is, it gives, or status, sometimes this gives them a platform for their positive purpose. So we shouldn't judge wealth. We shouldn't judge fame. Also, we shouldn't be craving it or attached to it. If it is meant to be part of your purpose, it will unfold. But if you live your purpose, you say to yourself, I love myself today. What am I going to do to be nice to myself? What am I going to do to pay attention and stop criticizing myself? What am I going to do to change my image of myself to something where I can stand up and I don't mind being seen, and I can open my voice and I can feel myself coming into my body more fully? So the angel of purpose chose to come last in my angel messages, and I thought that was odd also, but I'm always fascinated when I listen and I don't have my own agenda. It was like, oh, okay. So why? Because everything else we've talked about, joy and wealth and guardian angel, which is really your grounding, right? You're trusting yourself, trusting and returning to love and letting yourself be loved and receiving. These are some of the things the guardian angel represents for you. And the Archangel Michael, of course, came through, and prosperity. I think we said prosperity. So these different things in our life, it's like, oh, I want to be prosperous. Well, what does it mean for you to be prosperous? Because it's very different for me now than what I used to think. And I used to think, just give me the money and then I'll figure it out. But then I was putting money between me and what I really wanted. And when I just said, I want that, it appeared in many different ways. A lot of times it didn't require money, or it didn't require me to have the money or to make the money or to have it in a particular way. So the angel of purpose pulls together the angels that are going to come together for you in the Angels of Abundance class in a way that today we receive this message. It is going to point us. I don't have any idea what's going to come through in these. None of my classes are scripted in any way, other than if I write down information or activations or declarations or prayers or whatever you want to call them, different things like this that I give you. So I do have slides, but the rest of it is in the moment, clear as possible and open. So what the purpose angel is going to say, I don't know. I didn't know I was going to say the things I just said. So let me see here. We got that. Okay, I'm going to share my slides with you, and you get to see my ugly screen for a moment, and then hopefully we will, looks like we're okay. Good. So welcome to Angel Messages, and no, we're not doing Archangel Michael today, so give me a second. We landed at the wrong spot. Here we go. Let's go back to the top. Okay, now, so I was saying earlier that before the call, I was tuning into this cocoon, because the cocoon and the temple, Archangel Michael is our overarching angel, and he's creating a place of light, specific elements to it that we learned. I'm going to be recording those to be a standalone thing people can do who are in the class. But I was tuning into this beforehand, and every time I tune in consciously or for class, it grows and changes, as it will for you as well. And so right now you're already inside of, wait, you see these feathers, not these ones over here, but they're white, just the feathers. And this is what it's like a big round room. The walls are made out of white feathers. So we're going to talk today or receive today from the Angel of Purpose. And these are all the messages that you can find here on YouTube from the Angel of Prosperity, Joy, Wealth, Purpose today, Archangel Michael, and your guardian angel or the guardian angel. It really was more like guardian angels, the energy of what a guardian angel is, rather than a specific guardian angel. But in the class, you meet your guardian angel or angels, and you meet the one that is most important right now, rather than just one you had when you were a kid. If you did have that guardian angel when you were a child and it's back now, front and center, whatever came through for you, there's a journey, there's a way to connect, there are messages that you receive, there's symbols, there's all these different things that will connect you back to it. So shop.natakasha.com. We have this sale is ending today, that and the angel messages and the Meet Your Guardian Angel and the Violet Flame Cleanse are all ending today. And there's a few new things up there like soul readings and a new mini reading and other ways to work with me. So this is the statue I was telling you about with the full moon. I like to share the energy. This was one of the turning points for these messages and this beautiful course to come to fruition, to come into the world. And what I noticed when I did the Goddess Sanctuary is we created the sanctuary, so we're creating this temple each time over 5 weeks. By the time we're done going into that temple daily and then together once a week, this angelic presence is going to be so tangible. It's going to be so quick, the connection. It's going to expand your intuitive gifts. They said that. And it's going to be like strengthening the communication you have with all the other layers that I talked about, the nature spirits, crystals, and all of that. And then you're going to tune into this and you're going to know because of the feeling of love. And purpose and prosperity, oops, I guess I didn't put it again, so we'll go back. Purpose and prosperity are going to be together next week in the class. And what I do is I channel or I receive information, little bits, and over time, then I sit down with it and I play with it. I receive more information. I arrange, I rearrange. I have a truth testing method that takes me out of it in case I'm emotionally attached to things being in a particular way. And then everything comes together, from the price and the dates to how long it is to how many times I do it. All of that I leave up for Spirit to tell me, and in this case, the angelic realms. And so your purpose must be aligned for prosperity to flow, for wealth to flow, for finances to be something that is the material that you use to mold your life, because money is here solely as a form of supporting you on your fully funded mission. You can right now ask to align with your purpose and trust that behind that will come prosperity, will come joy and happiness, will come wealth. And wealth is a shift in your self-perception. Wealth is seeing the richness around you, knowing you have access to it, trusting that it's there for you, that you know in each moment that you will have what you need. And as you grow your abilities and your ability to receive and be a larger container for information, you begin to hold more and then receive more. So as you allow all of you to align with your purpose and believe in your purpose and love and respect yourself and take care of yourself, and knowing that doing your self-care and your spiritual work is actually aligning you with your purpose, which will eventually make your life easier, more enjoyable, and flow, But the most important thing is acceptance. If you don't accept your purpose, accept yourself, accept your design for something that maybe you're embarrassed of, or you don't want to be, or you've resisted, or maybe you've been committed to being something that someone else wants for you, super successful at XYZ, being a lawyer or something, and it just sucks your soul. Or maybe you're lost between what you are supposed to do and you've shrunk down into being a small person thinking there's nothing for you and you need to be hidden and depressed and shrouded. This is a large part of the world. And your shrinking has a beauty inside of it, because if you shrink and look within, look away from the outside world, look away from your life. Do it. Look inside. Look deep, deep down in the darkest recesses of who you are, and let it envelop you. As you move into it, you can feel a sense of familiarity of who am I? Who am I really? Because I'm not here to be miserable and depressed, and I'm not here to suffer or to put up with any things or tolerate. I'm not here for that. And if you feel you haven't found the door, or you don't know your purpose, or you tried to move towards your purpose with great gusto, and you put your energy and your time and your money into it, and you believed in it, and you stretched yourself beyond anything you've ever done before, and then it closed, or it failed, or it dissolved, or it ended, or it never quite happened. Well, this is part of building you. You are like a skyscraper made of crystal, and you shine very brightly. But we are picking up the pieces of the rubble because the old has to break down. The old was brick that kept you from receiving and perceiving your value and your worth and your purpose. Your purpose is to discover the immense value you have inside of you, the unbelievable magnificence of what you really are and what you came here to be and to do. There is no place anywhere that you will find yourself except within. So depression is a very weird reverse world. It causes you to shrink and to constrict. It causes you to become small and to disengage. And if you take it instead of let it taking you, you start to say, I need to go within. I need to go into silence. I need to listen to my own heart. I need to listen to my own inner voice. Then your truth can speak to you. Sometimes your truth yells and you don't hear it. And sometimes your truth stops you. Your purpose is like the map that your highest selves has. And you can't see the map. You need to listen to the guidance. So you could be running towards something that you feel, this is it, this is the answer, this is the solution, this is the healing, this is the money, and then bam, you hit a wall. Something falls apart. Something falls out from underneath you. Someone dies. Someone leaves. Someone takes the money. You lose the job or the house or the passion or the energy, or the body breaks down. Something happens. Immediately bring your attention to that moment. Everything is a communication. Everything is a direction. When you can allow yourself to realize completely that you have a purpose that is already aligned with joy and bliss and harmony and inspiration and creativity, and it's already aligned with your soulmate, and it's already aligned with your money and your optimal job, or your perfect lifestyle, or your amazing hair that you want, whatever it is. And then when you begin to pick up the pieces of your purpose as they come to you, you receive them little by little through a message, a song, a word, a glimpse, a memory, a touch, through a person you meet for a minute, an hour, or a year, or from a place that you go where you let the trees speak to you. You let yourself release the pressures of every day, and you sink into the moment. Go to your sacred spots. Enter the waters. Walk in the forests, the gardens. Look at the views. Watch the sun and the moon move through the sky. Watch the painting that's made for you. Everything carries information. If you are seeking your purpose, which means you are seeking yourself, your truth, you are going on an adventure and a journey across the world to pick up the pieces of your truth, of your purpose, of your skills and your talents, and open them up. Archangel Michael has shown you, let go of the old baggage and open the bags you've been saving. There's nothing to protect and there's nothing to hide from. Open it all up. Dump it out in front of you. Sort through it. Release the old. And embrace the parts you've forgotten. Your purpose is in your codes, it's in your cells, it's in your mind, it's in everything. The angelic realms pulse. They pulse, and you might have heard of the songs of angels, the choir of angels, or the frequency of angels, or maybe you've heard it. A singing, or a frequency, or maybe even just a tone. Maybe you felt it or sensed it. Maybe you felt enveloped in wings. Maybe you felt directed to something, driven to something, felt certainty about something. But how often have you allowed yourself pleasure without feeling restricted, afraid to be criticized or to be taken away? Afraid of guilt and shame that you let yourself be happy or have fun or be prosperous? Are you really ready for prosperity? Because your true purpose is to live as you, as fully as possible. In order to do this, we must bring you prosperity. We must bring you fulfillment. We must bring you the right people. We must open your mind and connect you and rewire that. We must cleanse and clear with our gentle, loving presence all the old baggage, the old heaviness, the dirt, the blocks, the clogs. Because your purpose, when you allow it, flows through your veins and your meridians and your mind. It flows through your eyes and into your hands, and you become a constant state of receiving and releasing, receiving and creating, receiving and remembering. Receiving. Feel the flow. I embody the love, the angelic realms that form and take on the job of being an angel of purpose are the ones who most hold the strength, clarity, and love you need to see yourself. to believe and remember who you are. This isn't an effortful experience. This is a surrendering experience. This is a releasing. Like a handful of rubber bands, you become flexible. You become limp, not filled. Because we need to bring your truth. You are ready for the next level of your purpose. And then you build that skyscraper. But again, this is not effortful because you are receiving. When we guide you, when we love you, when we bring you a dream, when we open your heart, because this is where we connect to you, when we free your ability to soar and fly and raise above, you won't need to work for your purpose. You will let go and look up, expand, and you will encounter, and then you will recognize, and then you will receive each piece of your purpose, each piece of the puzzle. Watch now, because then that piece will take its spot and the structure will come clearer and clearer. Enjoy the unfolding. Enjoy as it stops, as it changes. It's an amazing experience. And you are ready. You're ready to live a whole new level of your purpose. Everything you've done has brought you here. Take the wisdom from it and release the rest. Let me help you build your new structure so your true purpose can enter and you can move to higher realms of awareness, of experience, of consciousness. This is true prosperity. There's more than you could ever imagine ready and waiting for you. The portal is through your purpose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, that was a really expansive energy. I was shown so many things, how things connect. I didn't even know that the Angels of Abundance class this coming week, which is the Purpose and Prosperity Angel, was going to unfold this way. But she was showing me this, it looked like a skyscraper with different levels to it that went up, 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 up. And then it went down to, trying to find myself. There I am. It was like up in layers, but like crystal, and it was gleaming different colors, but pieces would come in. So it's like when you make a puzzle, you might have some pieces over here and some pieces over here and some pieces down there, but then it starts to fill in. And so this is really what we're doing, is aligning with an entirely new purpose and a new structure of light, of crystal, that is attuned to our own frequencies of our purpose, of what's coming next for us. And the breakdown that's happening within and around us is part of it. And then we get to pick up those pieces and just trust that they will know where to go. Not worry. Like when you do a puzzle, oh my gosh, where does it go? Do you ever leave a puzzle out for days or weeks and suddenly you walk past and you go, oh my gosh, I see it. And you see the piece and you plunk it into place? That's how they want us to reconnect to our purpose. Oh my gosh, it's going to be an amazing class. And then when we go, as we expand into our new purpose, that's where the prosperity is coming. That's where the wealth is going to be. And wealth, they showed me, is a grounded state of trust in the infinite field, that you are aligned with your purpose and your prosperity. So the wealth is how you're managing all the resources and assets that you are and that you have. And finances are tools to fund our purpose. but you have to build the purpose so that the funds know what it's for. And you let your purpose come together in whatever way it needs to unfold for you right now. You might be able to see a piece of your purpose over here and down here and wonder what's in between, but you don't wonder. You stay present. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. All right, so we give great thanks to the angelic realms and to this beautiful place and space, to the purpose angels, to Archangel Michael, and to all of us and all of those who are holding the light, who are coming back day after day, no matter how hard it is, to say, I believe in the light, I believe in love, I know I have a purpose, I am not handing my authority over to anyone else, I am not living by rules or structures or mindsets that tell me I have to be this or I can't be that or there's any limits whatsoever. I detach now with ease and grace with the guidance and love of the angelic realms. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. May this temple and cocoon of angelic light be open yet unbroken and stay here to return to for anyone who needs to at any time. Let us go with this new shiny structure, this total belief and commitment and connection to build a relationship with this purpose angelic realm and to live into being this, live into it by taking your choice back, taking your decisions back, by connecting, by not taking they're showing me so many different things. It's like somebody's just going like this, throwing things at you over and over and over. We're bombarded. That's what it is. We're bombarded with information, with ideas, with you should do this and you shouldn't do that and don't do that and why are you doing that and you have to and you must and you can't and you won't and what will you do? And they're just like people are throwing little things, like little crackers or something at us, and they're saying you just have to say no to that. Breathe in. We will protect you from that. The more you connect to the angelic realm, the more that it will come closer to you and be between you. That's one of the ways that the angelic realm protects us from our own negative beliefs, from our own bad habits, and comes closer and closer to create a cocoon that allows us to have the stillness and peace to hear our own inner voice. Woot! Okay, everybody, have a fabulous day. I hope I see you in an angel session or in a soul reading or a mini reading, or you join the Angels of Abundance class. Please come and join us. It's so phenomenal to be in these communities. And for the next several weeks, the next month, imagine that you get to be in this space where we talk and we communicate and we love on each other. And it's such an amazing, and if you want to stay in the background, you can stay hidden too. But it is a space that is inviting you to have a clearer connection. This is going to bring you trust, love, groundedness in your life, balance, and alignment with your purpose, which is where your prosperity is going to come through. What they were showing me today was as this structure of your new purpose takes shape, it is like a column of light as well, and prosperity was going to start coming, just pouring down the center, like a huge waterfall coming down the center of your purpose. And when that fills it in, you've got everything you need, because prosperity is an abundance of what you want and need. So energy, clarity, love, support, clients, income, options, opportunities, travel, whatever it is. And it's always there, and it's already there. All right. Thanks, everybody. So much love. Oh, Sandra, I'm so glad you love this series. Thank you so much. Holly, there you are. Found you. So excited to be here. Yes, so sorry, guys. We had to start a different one because the arranged link didn't work. But the replay is going to be up right now. And please comment. Please let me know what you think and what happens. It means so much to me. Namaste. So much love. Bye-bye.